Hi guys, welcome to, I have to find my voice, welcome to the channel of love. I think it's the first time that I've actually spoken today. Okay, what is today? It's Friday, the 6th of November. Okay. We're going to have a look into the Divine Masculine energy, Divine Feminine energy. I'm already tongue-tied. I'm going to use the Thoth Tarot. It takes me a while to channel the message. I need to look at the visuals. So if I pull some of these cards, let's see what the story is, and then whilst I'm having a look at them, I can pull some other cards. Okay. I feel like I can see how, like, it's my imaginary friend. Oh my goodness, what's going on this morning? Let me just sort myself out, please. I feel like I've got stomach cramps. Okay. Everything feels like it's a little bit out of place. It will be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Let me pull some of these cards. Okay. The Hermit. What card is this? Temperance. Queen of Pentacles. The High Priestess. Seven of Swords. I don't like that card. It's a sneaky card. The Empress. Wow. There's a strong feminine energy on here. We have the Hermit. Temperance. The Hermit, I feel, is a masculine energy. Temperance is balancing out the masculine and feminine energy within, although it looks very feminine. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Earth. She is the Divine Mother. The High Priestess, that's the Divine Feminine's energy with the Empress. And then we have Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the World. Not the world, it's the universe. What's going on here? Okay. There's definitely a blending here of energies. It's a very strong feminine energy. Excuse me. Excuse me? It's coming out as being a very strong feminine energy. And it felt like a masculine card going, excuse me. I'm just having a look at who's looking at me through these cards. Well, we have a three-headed dog here. I wonder what his name is. Is it Fluffy? Okay. Need to play him some music to send him asleep. Fluffy, the three-headed dog. We seem to have a hand that's coming out. Let me pull some other cards while I just examine these and just have a look and see what the story is. The Hermit. What's going on with the Hermit? Looks like he's turned into a three-headed dog. There's a hand coming out of nowhere. And there looks like there's a... is it a tadpole or is it like a drop of semen? Just talking to the bird out there. So I feel the energy is very, very feminine here. So what is this? I mean, is this an X chromosome or a Y? I can't really see. Well, we have the universe, which is XX1. Really denoting the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay. So, here's Fluffy. And we have a bit of semen, a drop of semen here. We need some male testosterone in the equation. Is that what we need? Okay. What else is going on here? The Hermit card. Well, okay, I know what it looks like. Well, it looks like when you surrender, you've got like a white handkerchief. And the sun's on it. which will be the Divine Masculine's energy. And it's like, I surrender. Out of nowhere, drops his handkerchief. Okay, so I'm picking up on a 3-headed dog, a piece of semen, which we believe is male, or this is the Divine Masculine being injected with femininity. There's deception. Anyway, along here in a moment. Okay, which I can actually see the male symbol more. You're going to have to stick with me on this one. Here's the male symbol and the feminine symbols here, which you can't quite see. Fertility. Fertility. Why am I saying fertility? Interesting. Okay. So next we have temperance to blend in it's an art form. I'm trying to read what the words say. Vista. I can't read that. It looks like it wants to say rectify. Can do. Can't read the rest. It does look like at the top there, by the heads, it's rectify on one side and can do on the other. Temperance, balancing out the masculine feminine energy. Now we have the Divine Feminine, Mother Earth. And it's this character here as if he's looking saying, What do you mean it's all feminine energy? It's very feminine energy. So I feel like male testosterone has got to the Divine Masculine. He's feeling horny. Oh, okay. I feel like this is a camel here at the bottom. He hasn't got much of a hump going on now. And what's this netting? Is it fishnet stockings? Catching a fish. Okay. There's some netting here that's going somewhere. Looks like it's this character here. Is it feminine? Is it masculine? Well, it says it's the priestess. I can see some jewels. Is that a grenade there? Some jewels at the bottom here. And a grenade. Something's about to explode. It's male testosterone. Then we have deception here. And I feel that this is the masculine deceiving himself when it comes to this one sword here is pointing to the moon card. So I feel like he's got himself caught up into a bit of a tangle. Let's dismiss that. Okay, he's not in a bit of a tangle regarding the Divine Feminine. I think he might be fibbing. He might be lying about that. And then we have the Empress. Oh, I've changed them around now. The High Priestess and then the Empress here. Shield. She has a shield. It's kind of like two yin-yang moons coming together. It's like it's all. The yin-yangs are rather darker. It isn't equal, is it yet? We need some maleness. Some maleness. You've got mal. Okay. So, communication here is coming in. The universe. Well, who's orchestrating this? Divine. Just blame the divine. Okay. Whoa, what's all this stuff that's coming out of their nostrils and their mouths? Okay. They're like, I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding. Say it, go on, say it. Love. It's enough to make you sick, isn't it, Divine Masculine? Well, that's what the masculines are kind of feeling. That's what I'm feeling. With my feminine feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Told you all out of sorts today. Okay. So I've pulled 2 Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. We're going to need to find out some more about this. Let's have a look at these 2 Chakra cards first, because I've got quite a lot of Oracle, so it'll be quite a bit of reading. Oh, we're all coiled up here on a snake. I don't know, it just feels as if the Divine Feminine here, the energy of the Divine Feminine is just so deliciously tempting. It's enough to make you want to spew. Okay. Oh, I seem to have a bit of a headache now. It's a lot to deal with, isn't it? For the Hermit. Okay. Let's have a look at these Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. We have grief. And we have impartiality. That's going to be interesting to read, impartiality. That's about really stepping into another's being. Stepping into their being. Okay, grief. Let's check out what grief wants to say first. Grief seems to be over by the Hermit and Temperance. It's coming from the heart chakra. Penelope and Pickle. Grief is love without a place to go. That sounds like the masculine. Penelope meets Pickle, the puppy, when she is at college. They go through everything together. When the day comes much later for Mother Earth to call Pickle home. He's in a bit of a pickle that you're being called home by Mother Earth, Divine Masculine. Okay. He dies in Penelope's arms. Wow. Okay. I feel like this is, when you die, that's a spiritual, that's the next path on your spiritual, the next path. Yeah. A new journey into your ascension process. When you actually make your transition, you're just going on to reside in a different realm. Like completely. So I'm picking up here. Let's reread this. Penelope meets Pickle, the puppy, when she is at college. They go through everything together. When the day comes, much later, for Mother Earth to call Pickle home, he dies in Penelope's arms. Her friends are hard on her, suggesting that she should just get over her pet's death. Penelope knows she loved Pickle deeply and is simply in grief. Loving Pickle was worth every moment of sadness. When she is ready, she will love again. And I feel like this is the realisation for the Hermit, the Divine Masculine, that this is love. He surrenders. Okay, this love has caused him a lot of grief. Mother Earth is calling him home. It's like he collapses in the Divine Feminine's arms. It's a big surrender here. Okay, let's look at what else this wants to say. The inspiration. Penelope and Pickle remind us what we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time, you will love again. If you honour your pain, it will change your life. Personal inquiry. Is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? Key ideas. Feeling grief, healing process, missing someone, something. Being unafraid of sadness. Love is on the horizon. Keywords, shall we say them? Love, commitment, vulnerability. The meditation. Let's do this. Close your eyes and allow cleansing white light to wash over you. Invite someone you miss into the light. Feel the happiness this moment provides. Tell them how much you miss them and let them tell you the same. Create space for another visit in the future if you wish. Wow. So the Hermit, waving his little handkerchief here. I surrender to love, I surrender to love. It's an art form, isn't it? So we have here masculine, feminine energy. I feel that this is an acceptance, a realisation that you actually miss each other. Okay. Impartiality. This seems to be over the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. Okay, it's coming from the crown chakra. Bahana Beige. I quietly listen, allowing you to colour your own palette. The legend. Bahana is the wise dictator from the town of Beige. She is known for settling disputes fairly. One day, two neighbours are arguing about what colour to paint their fence. Bahana gives each of them a can of paint and instructs them to paint their side of the fence the colour that the other neighbour wants. She knows that when they can colour their world in the love of their neighbour's eyes, they will understand and accept one another. So I'm feeling very much this is your neighbour really being like your divine counterpart. So inspiration, take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. Personal inquiry, if I step back from my present situation, what do I see? And can I be neutral? Key ideas, neutral positions, that's what temperance is bringing in here. Neutral position, allowing things to unfold, standing in another's shoes, and uplifted communication. Keywords, guide, open-minded and fairness. Okay, the meditation for this card. As a mist forms, it's very misty this morning, it's just starting to burn through now. But I can still see the mist out there. Okay. As a mist forms, take a few deep breaths. Bahana Beige beckons you into the mist. Look at me. Do I go out there into the mist? It's just clearing. It's been misty all morning. It's 9:51 and I can still see the mist through that little, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can move mine. Is that, no, I doubt it. Oh, it does look a bit misty, doesn't it? Lucy, let's get on with the reading. I know, but the hair's like really out of place. And, we were doing a meditation. I do apologise. As a mist forms, take a few deep breaths. Bahana Beige beckons you into the mist. When you are ready, allow her energy and knowledge in. If something happens, then allow it to happen. But you are to follow, not lead. Nothingness is the goal. Open your eyes when you are ready and thank Bahana for reminding you to be with yourself. And I feel this is the Divine Feminine's energy here. Okay. Nothingness is the goal. Well, let's see what else we can pull. Let's have a look at where the Divine Masculines are. Where the Divine Masculines, I don't even know what I said, where they are. Oh, what a funny morning. I feel like these cards, just the colours here, have something to do with the Queen of Pentacles here. Let's have a look. Well, I picked up the Mother Earth energy. She's calling Pickle home. Come on, Pickle. Jeez, it's taken me to In the Night Garden, like Iggle Piggle. Yes, my name is Iggle Piggle. You got yourself in a pickle. Come on, it's time to go home. Seriously, feelings. It's water nymphs. And like I said, it's like the Divine Masculine. It's like, nah, I don't really want to like admit and open up. I don't want to submit to my feelings. But the feminines are calling the Divine Masculine home. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like he's going to be trapped. It's like the Divine Feminine's got this net, kind of waiting to capture him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One cycle to fish alive. But don't trap me. Okay, feelings, water nymphs. Let's have a look, Divine Masculine. Rivers and streams were inhabited by their own divine naiads, or nymphs, that could be called upon to heal the sick, predict the future, or watch over flocks. And I feel this is the Divine Feminine's energy here, watching over the flock of Divine Masculine. Okay, it's like wanting to call them home so that they can be healed. You also have the ability to predict the future, Divine Feminine. And watch over the Divine Masculines. Okay. But as hopeful as the naiads were, they could also get too carried away. It's like mothering the divine masculine so much. He's not quite ready for it. Oh dear. Oh. But as helpful as the naiads were, they could also get too carried away and take a poor mortal into a place of no return. Poor divine masculine. What did you do to him? This card portrays young Hylas, whom the nymphs found so irresistible that they pulled him down into the watery depths to keep forever. The mysterious... This is how scary love is, okay? To some. To all, when you go through this phase, it is a bit scary. You feel like you're drowning in it. Or you're going to. It's very much about the divine masculine needing to keep hold of his masculinity here. And not allow love to draw him in so deeply. Okay. Needs to balance out. He keeps going hot and cold, what I can see here with the Temperance card. Oh, we had rectify and a can do. The mysterious element of water represents our emotions, sensitivities and feelings. It is the power which causes us quietly to reflect, to love or to feel very deeply. It also holds over unconscious responses and family karma. The soul and the soul's memories reside in water. This card indicates you are at a time when the nymphs of the watery depths are calling you, and emotions will be more important than words. You should be gentle with yourself and use this time to relax and quietly reflect on your feelings. Wow. Okay. There you have it. Divine Masculine's got a bit quiet. He's reflecting on his feelings. Divine Feminine, let's have a look and see what card wants to come out for you guys. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Are you going to have the feelings card come out as well? Okay. You're both in your feels. No. Seriously, that's what the energy of the divine masculine is like. No. Look how all three of these cards feel really watery energy. High Priestess. That net. And I got the feeling that it was about going hot and cold here. It's the kind of colder character at the bottom here. He's like looking as if to say, oh, I need to like cool myself down. So there is some deception here about deceiving yourself, divine masculine, when it comes to your feelings. You're being called deeper and deeper. Let's have a look at the divine feminine's card and see what energy she is residing in. Catherine Labor, the patroness of miraculous healing. That's why you're being sent to the divine feminine's divine masculine. You need healing. Healing, nothing more than healing. I am ready to heal. The divine feminine's in a position that she can actually help heal you now. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. She's shining bright, isn't she? Shine bright like a diamond. Where did I see those? All the gems. Catherine Labor, the patroness of miraculous healing. Page number 48. My eyes have gone extremely tired all of a sudden. Okay, let's take on these pronunciations. Catherine Labor embodies our capacity to facilitate our own healing. Catherine was born in Côte d'Or, France in 1806. When she was 9 years old, she picked up a statue of the Virgin Mary after her mother's funeral and said with a kiss, "Now you will be my mother." As a young woman, she became a member of the nursing order of St. Vincent de Paul in Paris. She chose this order after she had a vision of St. Vincent's heart in the church of Rue du Bac. In 1830, Catherine had a vision of Mary standing in the Vesica Piscis, with rays of light streaming out from the centre of her open palms. She asked Mary in the vision why some of the rays don't reach the earth, and Mary explained, "Those are the graces for which people forget to ask." Catherine was instructed to create a miraculous medal based on the vision of Mary. All who wear them, it is believed, will receive such graces, will receive great graces. St. Catherine's miraculous medal became wildly popular among all sects of Christianity. It is worn by millions of Christians all over the world to this day. Is this what she's holding up here? That feels like it's like a locket, and you would have a picture of them that you would pointing out that you close to your heart. It's like having a picture. Love locket. Okay. It's locked up in a little locket. Lucy, that's not what the card's saying. I know. But when your soul selects her card, it can feel effortless to ask for what our loved ones need. We can fall on our knees at times to pray for the health and highest possible outcome for our beloved children and partners or friends. What's often far more difficult is asking for all that we need. For many of us, lack of self-worth can get in the way of realising that we can ask for so much more, and that ultimately there is no difference between praying for our needs and the needs of our loved ones. There are so many miracles, graces and blessings that don't arrive simply because we don't ask for them. Spirit is ethical. Spirit doesn't interfere with our intrinsic right to choose our own adventure story. Free will is ours, so we have to ask for Spirit to intervene in the effort of our own healing. Ask and you will find. This is a spiritual truth. And also, suffering is optional. Suffering doesn't glorify us or make us more holy. At any point, we can ask for the highest possible good to shower down on us. We can ask to be healed in ways we can't even imagine by handing that healing over to the divine. I felt like you're in charge of handling the divine masculine's healing here, divine feminine, for the divine. It looks like it's part of your role. Okay, but you need to have healed yourself first and put all that love into you. That love into you and all that you do. Asking you will find. This is spiritual truth. And also, suffering is optional. Suffering doesn't glorify us or make us more holy. At any point, we can ask for the highest possible good to shower down on us. We can ask to be healed in ways we can't even imagine by handing that healing over to the divine. The healing might not arrive in the way we picture being healed. Our lower back may still throb with pain, but our heart has shifted, and there's a miraculous amount of light within our lives again. If we can hand over an attachment to what healing is going to look like, we can receive all the blessings waiting for us. Soul Voice Meditation. What can I ask for help in healing? What can I ask for help in healing? The intention, I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. Okay, power of love. So it feels very much as if the divine masculine is being sent and he is kind of like kicking and screaming. He's being dragged, it feels, dragged under, kicking and screaming towards you, Divine Feminine, so that you are capable and able to heal him. That's really Divine Feminine. You stay in this very receptive mode. You should be able to feel the love. You know exactly how this part of the process is going to go. Divine Masculine, you have spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. This is something that the Divine Masculine, he has an inkling that you're the key to his healing. He's not really sure how that's going to work, but you understand alchemy. So the spontaneity here for the Divine Masculine, I feel like I might sneeze. Okay. So you're going to be helping to heal all these ailments within the masculine's vessel. In order to grow and expand as a soul, you must come to the realisation that limitations are genuinely self-imposed. There is a security that comes with routine. A life lived with no surprises and within a comfort zone is very appealing in this chaotic dimension. And that's what he's kind of wanting to stay. I feel it's like he's sending out a big appeal here. Please don't take me under. Please don't. But you have to be wary of stagnation. Spontaneity demonstrates to the rest of the world that you are ready for anything. And it is also a characteristic linked to high emotional health. Life is a smorgasbord, so stop constantly hovering near the boring salad bar. You will never know if you like something unless you experience it. Don't let fear hold you back. By its very nature, your soul yearns for new experiences. If something doesn't align with your spirit, that's fine, but at least you have that discovery. That said, every soul has an individual path, so don't fall prey to peer pressure if you know in your heart that something is not right for you. At the same time, don't let the fear of new experiences stop you from doing something that will make your heart sing. I'm really feeling like Reiki, massage, reflexology. All these things have actually been coming through. Especially for me, it's about working on realignment of the chakras, understanding how they all work, their purpose behind them, and actually getting those little balls spinning nice and shiny, the alignment within us. And I feel like they're situated obviously through our body and affect every area. They can balance any area. So it's kind of whatever chakra you're looking at, it will help with the pain if you're feeling pain in that surrounding area. Okay, so I've been actually researching this quite a bit. I will share more once I've kind of like increased my knowledge on the topic until I know what I'm confidently saying. But before I actually came on, it's more about actually clearing my vessel through every day and allowing it to kind of be nothingness, emptiness. So like purging out any muckiness, any fogginess, it's gone now. And okay, so I want to say about practices like that, the Divine Masculine might not realise that, you know, a Reiki session would really be able to help. That we're actually, I feel like we're looking at working with the chakras. Lucy, let's carry on. Yeah, let's carry on. Crystal healing as well. But all spiritual kind of health practices have been coming to mind. Divine Feminine, the power of love. I feel very congested, guys. Okay. Present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. That's so much what we need to be doing. This nothingness in the now. It's stay in the present, Divine Feminine. You are the present. Okay. You just need to be. So let's look at the present. The most difficult lesson for human beings to learn is to live in the present moment. It is part of our nature to look forward to the future and dwell on the past. And unfortunately, it is the mindset that strips us of our power. Instead, we should be taught to learn from the past, live for today, and experience tomorrow. I like that. That's a good attitude, Divine Feminine. Instead, we should be taught to learn from the past, live for today, and experience tomorrow. Only then are we able to glimpse our true mission on earth. Everything else is just static. When you are present in this moment, you are existing where life is actually occurring. Don't spend valuable time worrying about a crisis that may never come. Of course, look at the grand picture, evaluate your life and set goals, but don't place unneeded stress where it doesn't belong. It is wasted energy. Reliving the past is also a fool's game. You have no power there, other than to diminish the potential of today. In contrast, in the present, you have the power to forgive the hurts done to you and apologise for any you caused. The past becomes a stepping stone to enlightenment, as opposed to a speedy bump on your road to happiness. To a speedy bump. It just says a speed bump. Okay. The past becomes a stepping stone to enlightenment, as opposed to a speed bump on your road to happiness. I picked up the camel with the hump. It didn't seem like it was a big hump. Okay. Fully appreciate the amount. Fully appreciate the moment right now and attempt to get the most out of every second. It is when you let go and reside in the present that you are able to summon love with every thought and experience. Wow, you're in a good place. You're in a good space, Divine Feminines. Let's get an enchanted map. It's a bit all over the place, isn't it? Okay, Divine Masculine, let's do this. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Okay. You know, they're singing for joy inside, really. Divine Masculine, you have Gentle Gardener in reverse. Okay. What does this mean? Do you harbour, let me show you the card, but I'm not really going to hold it up. Not in reverse anyway, so this is the card, and it's in reverse. Do you harbour resentments? How often do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack and limitations? Resenting love here, and the Divine Mother and the Divine Feminine, and just doesn't seem fair. That's all fair in love and love. Every time you send out a desire for something, but secretly harbour a belief that you're undeserving of it, you plant weeds in the field of your dreams, not feeling like they're deserving this love. When the Gentle Gardener appears in a reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of any negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thought seeds you send out into the world. Weeds choke the life out of your beautiful garden. No need to fret, however, because once you recognise this, you can always remove a bad seed and replace it with a healthy one. Forgiveness is your most powerful restorative tool. Forgiveness. That seed, it just reminds me of this little semen. Divine Feminine. We'll end with a Rumi today, not the Mother Mary. Okay. Stuck in the mud, Divine Feminine, in reverse. 24. Have a look at the card. and it's in reverse. When this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. So there's this surrender here for you, the Divine Feminine. Just relax. Live in the present moment. Everything's going to be delivered when it will be delivered. The Divine's on that. So when this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want, when and how you want it. Perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off and find other things to do. And that was like the cleansing that I done before, like the reading. So, okay, it's good. So, step out, wash away the dirt, dry off and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You'll know when it's time to embark upon it. So do not fret. Let's end with a Rumi message. It's a strange day. It's just one of them days that a guy goes through when I'm angry inside. Don't want to take it out on you. It's one of them days, Divine Feminine. The energy will shift tomorrow. Let's see what Rumi would like to say. Don't get distracted by it, Divine Feminines. Brush it off. Sweep it out of your system. And you know how powerful and healing and how beneficial and what your presence brings. That's all you need to know. Just live in the now. Go and find something else to do. How many cards do we want? Okay. Whew, interesting. The blessing of Adhering, and then we have let love transform. Let's read the blessing of Adhering. Card number 40. The Divine Mother manifests. Look, we'll stand away from the Mother Mary, okay? Just leave it in her hands. 40. That's the best option, guys. Just leave it with the Divine. Let's read these. How long have we been on for? Not that it matters. 42, 49. Okay, we might be able to just read both. We might be able to just read both of these. I think I might read both of these. Let's have a look at blessings of Adhering. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion. Bewilderment is vision. What's this bit of hair here? Okay. The gift of wisdom. I feel like this is a message for the Divine Masculine, but okay, I'm not sure. Why did that drop like that? Okay, let's just listen up. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of Adhering, gurgles up from your heart. Her blessing is evoked by life, like the laughter of a babe, joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially of that where logic is blinded. How I revere in the blessing of Adhering. For she is precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. That's beautiful. A blessing of divine wisdom of Adhering is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. You have Rumi with you, Divine Masculine. Okay, time for your medicine. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. Okay, feeling very much Divine Feminine's energy here now. Mental anguish is soothed and you are able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity in its expression of itself as life. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is the giving up of your need to always understand. From this place of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand, and truly great contributions to the human soul evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, even whilst so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. Wow, Divine Feminine. It feels like when they change like the paragraphs, you have to be careful who they're talking to. But it's because you are blended of both, aren't you? Okay. From this space of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. I've already read that part. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before, and in other ways completely unknown to you, a discovery yet to be made. This is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the sane capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you are uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honouring ritual and know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. Perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favour of allegiance to your heart knowing. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within, in any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happens without any active participation, apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it is with the precious blooming now happening within your soul. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely. This oracle also comes with a special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The old wisdoms teach of cycles of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action. All at once. Okay? I was trying to comprehend that. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. Sacred honour and ritual. Say aloud, I call on the divine presence that loves me unconditionally, and I surrender into your wisdom. Bless me now with the ability to accept your grace, your bounty, and your gift of my life in all its mystery. Help me learn and grow that I may realise the love that lies within all, including my own being. May I dwell in the loving mystery of sacred compassion. I call upon the wisdom of the ancient ones, those who love me unconditionally and know truth. May your power and knowledge calm my mind and ignite my spirit so that I may be one with love, empowered in peace and purpose. So be it. Rest. You have completed your sacred honouring ritual. Wow. Okay, let love transform. Card number 14. Let's listen to the message. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls, the dry land receives the water of life, the stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Rumi. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. I have found a bench upon which we may be seated. Nay, not a bench, a love seat. It is carved of precious ruby. It sits under the gentle shade of an ancient tree that thrives in love's garden. Come sit with me, beloved, as we let the whispers of the great beloved penetrate our hallowed ears carried upon the sweet afternoon breeze. As the sun begins to set, the colours become vibrant. Even if we are deaf to the beloved's tender whispers, we shall not be blind. We shall be captured by the vivid display of the beloved's artistry and be transported into peace. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realise it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. How much delight there is from all those that walk this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. The great beloved is a show-off, creating with such genius as to be breathtaking. We are able to remain always in the heart. Were we able to remain always in the heart, we would be constantly breathless, in a fit of appreciation and awe so great, truly, there would not be even a sliver of emptiness through which fear could enter. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You are being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success will take. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius thus? No, instead, trust that it will be magnificent, perfection, literally the work of great genius. Detach yourself from expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time, when the ripeness is just right, so utterly juicy and sweet. You shall know with certainty that this was the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, nor a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare. Perhaps you might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. Well, I'm happy to see that you are twiddling your divine thumbs and wondering if you are not going to worry. If you are just going to surrender and trust, then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course you can just live your life, but perhaps you might want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight, under the fullness of the harvest moon. Sacred honouring ritual. Open your arms to the heavens and imagine sacred bounty pouring down, more than you can hold. This is love's gift of plenty to you. Imagine whatever it is you want: love, abundance, peace, passion, healing, purpose. Let it all descend into the body and soul, just like that. When you are ready, place your hands on your heart and say, I am love's own. I am seated with my brother Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, upon the love seat in the sacred garden of the divine creator. I am blessed to fulfill my destiny, to become divinity awakened and embodied, to receive all of life with the wings of angels at my back, so I may rise with my sacred animal feet to dance with sacred delight upon this earth. Put your hands in prayer, bow your head for a moment. You have finished your sacred honouring ritual. And we will end with this little message here. Above all else, I trust love. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful reading. Okay. We're adhering to the law of love. Amen to that. Okay, guys, have yourself a fantastic day. I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.